Let's get Mr. Dennis Bloem right now. We have been discussing, Mr. Bloem, this announcement, this big announcement surrounding former President Jacob Zuma. The former president is quite known to be a very skilled chess player. Are you in any way surprised by this recent announcement?
Good afternoon, Nhlanhla and the viewers. No, you see, this is a very clear sign that Mr. Zuma did not want to mention the word resigning from the ANC. But it is very clear that he is fed up with the ANC. And I can tell you, I truly understand Mr. Zuma's problem with the ANC. Are you still there, Nhlanhla?
I'm still here.
Yes, I am saying that I fully understand Mr. Zuma's anger and bitterness. You know, there is no justice according to what we from the outside can see what is happening. You know, Mr. Zuma is angry because he was charged with the same things in the Zondo Commission's report or the Zondo Commission. There are his colleagues, his comrades, like Gwede Mantashe, like Nomvula Mkonyan, like David Mashop, and others are also charged, also fingered in the Zondo Commission's report, but they are not charged or they are still holding senior positions. I fully understand the anger and bitterness of Jacob Zuma. That's why he is doing this. But I am saying he did not want to use the word, I'm resigning from the ANC. But if you campaign for another party and encourage people to campaign for another party, it's very clear that he is no more there with the ANC.
Mr. Bloem, you're a former member of the ANC. I want you to take us through the party's own processes, if you will. I mean, does this then lay fertile ground for instance, the ANC in KZN to discipline their member? Of course, speaking outside of the collective here.
That is correct, Nhlanhla. The ANC constitution is very clear. You cannot belong to two parties at the same time. So an opposing parties. Mr. Zuma is saying that Mkhonto weSizwe is the arm wing of the ANC. But now Mkhonto weSizwe is contesting the elections as a political party or a movement. That brings the party into disrepute, the ANC. And that's why I am saying it can't be that Mr. Zuma is campaigning for the Mkhonto weSizwe party, but still a member of the ANC. It does not work like that. But Nhlanhla, this thing is a long coming, because we have said, what Mr. Zuma is saying today, we have said in 2007, already in Polokwane, that the ANC is taking a wrong turn. Now Mr. Zuma is repeating what we have said in 2007 when we resigned from the ANC. It is very, Nhlanhla, I must tell you, it's very painful to see that the ANC must crumble in this way. We have never expected that a senior member, a veteran, a stalwart of the ANC will come out one day and say to the voters, don't vote for the ANC, vote for Mkhonto weSizwe, an opposing movement that will be on the ballot paper. It's very, very painful. to see that happening to the African National Congress.
Mr. Bloem, I'm sure you'd agree with me that the former President Jacob Zuma commands a lot of support, especially within the province of KwaZulu-Natal. With all the speculation that has led to this particular decision or announcement being made by the President, quite interestingly, he spoke earlier on saying that what should have been a warning shot for the ANC should have been its poor performance during the local government elections. Don't you think with this particular decision or announcement being made now, that might add to the ANC's woes, especially in its performance running up to the elections?
Ntanhla, no doubt about it. It will cripple the support of the ANC. Nobody must underestimate or question the support of Mr. Zuma. You can just look at what happened 2021 when he was locked up in the prison for those things. You know what happened. Now, nobody must underestimate his support and influence in the country. We must admit that he is having influence, he's having support in this country. It will cripple the support of the ANC. We must be honest and we must be frank. That will cripple the support of the ANC come 2024.
The former President Jacob Zuma is a significant crowd puller, also admired and also criticized by some who speak not even outside the bounds of the ANC as well. Mr. Bloem, how do you think his loyal association with the ANC? I mean, the former president expressing that he's been a member of this party more than 60 years now. How does it play into the dynamics of the situation that we find ourselves with?
Ntanhla, that's why I am saying I understand the bitterness of Mr. Zuma, because there's no justice that is happening in his own party. Other people are more treated more favorable than the others. I am saying the very same president, the current president of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, have said that the ANC is accused number one when it comes to corruption. The very same president, Cyril Ramaphosa, is facing an investigation now as we speak of the Pala dollars or money. Now, Mr. Zuma's anger comes from that all people are not being treated equally in his party, the ANC. And I understand that. That's why he is taking this decision, because he is saying he cannot sit in a party that is manipulated by people outside the party, like white monopoly capital. That is what Mr. Zuma, the anger and bitterness of Mr. Zuma. I'm very much sure if there was fairness and everybody was treated the same way, I don't think that Mr. Zuma could have taken this position or this decision that he took. But he is bitter because everybody is not being treated the same.
That's a former ANC member, Dennis Bloem. Thank you very much for your time as we continue to analyze some of the remarks being made by former President of the Republic, that is Jacob Zuma, having a press briefing saying he will not be voting for the ANC, but rather he'll be voting for the newly formed Umkhonto we Sizwe party in next year's general elections.